What's up, guys? Today we're taking a look at this knife. This is the Microtech Knives Socom Elite. There you go, with this beautiful tan pattern, tan anodizing on this aluminum, which looks really good. It's like a bronze kind of tan. It looks really nice. This particular one was made in May of this year. It's got M390 steel, and you see the serial number there. They always come with this big emblem on the blade. Well, most of them do anyway. There you go, USA. Microtech knives made in the USA. Very good quality. I've been happy with everything I've seen from Microtech. All of them I've tried out. I've never had an issue with them. This particular one is awesome. I happen to really like this model. There's only one thing I really don't like about it, and I think a lot of people will agree with me that it's kind of its downfall, considering how good of a knife it is. It's very smooth, very snappy. These thumb studs work really well. I mean, very snappy. The detent is excellent. Very smooth on the close. This one's brand new, so flick it open. It's very satisfying to open this knife. Very clicky, snappy. Feels even snappier than my Socom Bravo that I had, made by Reich Knives. So this one feels really good. The detent feels more satisfying than that knife, which is really just saying something too. You can see here, this is kind of the issue. You can kind of tell. It's tip down only, and that's kind of what ruins it for me. And I think a lot of people will agree with me that I just, that's one of the things about this knife that I just can't really get over. Everything else is pretty much like great. I mean, there's no other issues I can really find. It's an inset liner lock. Lockup is completely solid. It's comfy in the hand. The aluminum makes it feel lighter than the Bravo, which I actually like a lot more. I think the Bravo was a little bit heavy for its size, but this one feels really good because it's aluminum, and I like the way they did this clam style on the back. It's got these nice little like line areas, nice little texture on them. Some jimping here, some jimping there for the thumb, and then some jimping up here if you want to put your thumb up here. Feels very comfortable. You can feel the pocket clip, but it doesn't intrude on your grip. It feels all right. I wish the pocket clip was mounted down here, and I'm not sure exactly how they would do that. I think you would be able to do it. I don't think it would affect the liner at all. I think you would be okay just drilling 2 holes right here and then having the pocket clip come down. So I would really like to see Microtech make a version of this, maybe even just drill 2 little holes there. That's all it takes, and then you could swap it. I think that would make this knife appeal to a lot more people than it does right now. This particular one has the apocalyptic finish on the blade, which looks really good. Beautiful flat grind on there with this nice wedge on the top. Very thick. The blade stock on these is very thick. It's very robust out here. Very pointy. It'll poke you. I poked myself with this one, so it didn't actually like draw blood or anything, but I poked myself with this a couple times. It's very pointy, and it's kind of like your essential tactical knife. This is kind of like the definition of a tactical knife, if you ask me. It looks really good. You got these large pivot fasteners here. It's at least I think it's a T10. It might even be a T15. It's a big, large size Torx bit, and then some other T8s. I believe these might be T6s. Actually, I can give it a try right here. This is a T8. Yeah, those are going to be T6s. And then this is like a T10, I believe. But overall, it looks really good. Very easy, simple construction. And it's made in the USA. Feels great. Solid lockup. No issues there. Nice detent, and it's not quite, let's see. Might just be barely towards the clip side. Just barely there, which is something interesting. The Socom Elite and the Socom Bravos that I've tried have been like that. They've been ever so slightly off while being completely solid. And I've never seen that on any of the other Microtech knives, so I'm not sure what the deal is with these. But it's never affected the use of them. I mean, they've been completely solid the whole time with great action. But everyone I've tried has been just barely off. Which it doesn't affect me. I don't really mind as long as it's not too far over one side or the other. This one has a nice glass breaker here with this little metal seal around there. Very interesting. It's got this lanyard hole, which is is kind of nice. It's got these nice little inlays. These are like Tech inlays. It's like a little grippy skateboard material. And it does provide meaningful traction when you're holding the knife. It feels good. I kind of wish they put some on this side, but just to make it the same on both sides, but it looks alright. This is the show side. The show side looks really nice, I think. Definitely a good looking knife. Very straightforward. I actually like this knife over the Socom Bravo, I believe. It's snappier. It's comfier in my hand, I think, because it's lighter. It's very light. It doesn't take up a ton of, weight in your pocket, and it feels really good. It's very nimble. It's balanced well. I mean, everything you want. It feels good out of a daily carry pocket knife. Anything you need to do with this, you can use it to cut whatever you want. It's a great knife. So overall, I'm very happy. It's got some jimping down here, some jimping on the liner lock. Very easy to disengage, and it drops shut. Well, not quite completely drop shut, but it's very smooth, and it'll get smoother over time as well. So it feels good. But yeah, I'm really happy with this. It still has that little issue where it kind of, this peak your thumb might land on this peak, but if you put your thumb out here or choke back, it feels good. So one of those two positions is probably what they were meaning for when they designed it like this. But overall, really nice knife. Highly recommend trying one of these. They are the real deal. They feel great, and it'll serve you really well. Definitely very solid EDC knife, tactical knife, whatever you need to use it for. It's a good knife. And USA made. And unlike the Bravo, which was made by Reich, this one is USA made, which is great. So always like to buy in the US when I can. So good stuff. And I'm going to be the one issue I have with this knife is the pocket clip. If the pocket clip was tip up, it would save this knife for me. But unfortunately, it's tip down only. So yeah, not one that I'm going to keep in the collection. But anyway, that's it for this one. Definitely recommend checking it out. I'm going to do some size comparisons, and then we'll finish this up. Let's compare it to the Microtech MSI and the Microtech Amphibian. Other Microtech knives. There you go. So you can see there, it's full size. It's, I believe, the same length as the Bravo. So if you have one of those, then you know what kind of size we're talking about. Very large, full-size knife. And then we'll compare it to a couple others. Compare it to the ZT-308, as well as the Benchmade Bug Out, and the QSP Penguin, which I'll throw in here. So you can see it's a very large knife. See that? And then we'll compare it to the last two here, which people usually like it when I compare to these two, because a lot of people have these knives, the PM2 and the Para 3. So you can see there, it's longer than both of those, and larger than both as well. So very large, full-size knife, but it's good. I like this size of knife. I have bigger hands, and it fits my hand really good. As you can see there, it fits really well. So feels great. And one thing I'd like to note, I really like these thumb studs. The way they did these thumb studs, they're very large, very comfortable. I mean, your thumb lands right there on the side where the angle is, and it just, I mean, you can't miss it. It pops open. You can reverse flick it as well. Feels really good. So very nice, very solid. And the satisfaction you get from the detent is really, it feels really good because of how light the handles are. You get a lot of that, the very clicky opening and closing, and it feels really good. So highly recommend this one. It's a good one. I just wish the clip was up here. That's all I wish it was. That's the only thing I would change on this. Everything else is just fine. It's a good knife. So that's it for this one. Let me know what you guys think, and please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and have a great day. Bye.